Anyway, so that was my impression of my flashlight nose diving into my phone yesterday. It was already a cracked phone, and my metal flashlight's got little prongs that stick out so the lens doesn't get scratched or cut or anything or oily because I'm working the oily stuff. Fucking nosedived right here onto the screen and made it unusable. So that was Ducking G hellacious. I hope you liked my theatrical reenactment there of it. This is me desperately trying to look pretty for you people because even though my hair is a mess, I do want you to know that I am trying. It's just I woke up and I'm not gonna put on hair gel for this. I don't have any, okay? Oh wait. Yeah, I'm not putting that on. It's too much work. Stop wiggling, man. Alright, double check that all systems are a go. And it looks like, cool. This is completely unscripted. Obviously. I don't know if it's obvious. So, a question I get asked is, did you paint your nails? And to which I respond, ah! And then the other question I usually get is, why did you paint your nails? To which I look at them and I respond, ah! But no, usually when people ask me, did I paint my nails? I say, yes, just not very well. And when people ask me why I painted my nails, I say, well, I just think it looks good. You know, it looks good. I think. I don't care what you think. I love you, but I'm painting my nails. So I like it. And then some people say, well, you know what the Bible says about that? Let me tell you why it's a sin. And then I tell them, yeah? Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah. You see that video of that fucking dude? He was like, I saw a guy with his nails painted. I wanted to break his fingers, man. It's like, bro, like, there's so many scriptures from the book you talk about that I can prove you're a fucking idiot for saying that. And you know what my favorite part about his speech was? He goes, and he looked like a boy! Like, he wasn't sure. Like, he's perfectly aware of what's going on in the world, just wasn't completely sure it was a boy. It looked like a boy. That was fucking comedy gold, okay? That was peak fucking comedy. So, where have I been? Who's asking? I am currently in Northern California. There have been a lot of updates on this channel. And then a lot of changes happen after the updates. And then everything I say is going to happen doesn't happen because a lot of change happens. And it's just something that I've had to accept in my life. But I'm at that point now where I want to push through despite change, despite variables. So I don't want to make specific plans to any one setting anymore. Like in the last video, you know, you saw my fucking setup. I had the ladder and everything, and then COVID happened, we lost the place, blah blah blah. So I have like a lot of specific plans about making music with that setup. And it's a desktop, you know, if you didn't see the video, go see it. There's a lot that was involved, so it wasn't like something I could just tear down and set back up in a few minutes. Plus the creative process and all that. So I was trying to make music, it just, I started a skit video. Guy started it with fucking Moved, you piece of shit. I hope you like Mormon, New Mexico, you fuck. And so I was like, well, I'll still make videos about myself then, but God, I'm trying to remember even when that was, man. If I remember correctly, honestly, I think either I moved shortly after or I went to college shortly after. I think I'd moved shortly after, and then I came back. Because I came back with my Durango, and he did visit, but, like, I saw him for maybe an hour. You fucking Mormon New Mexican. And so it was like there's just a lot of things where it's like it's very setting specific. I want to make videos about this and then I move, or I want to make a song with this setup and then I move, or variables happen. This person moves, or this changes, that changes. I fucking recently. Oh, forgot to tell you. Hold on. So to get back on track. I have had a lot of variables this time around, not even this year, this time around. So I moved to this area because California is not like New Mexico, which is New Mexico's better. It's like two cities that are like that, and then another city that's just kind of like right here. So it's like this area that I'm in. When I moved to this area in August of 2021, I want to say. Moved in with my mom, right? We moved shortly after that to find a 2-bedroom, didn't work. We were supposed to find a 2-bedroom after that again, but she moved back to New Mexico, so I moved in with these fucking wackadoodles. 2022 was a complete fucking disaster. And December especially was such a dumpster fire. It's really hard for me to put it into words, but the month of December, I did not sleep at all. I really didn't. And I don't want to get too far into it. But the closest thing I had to family villainized me for what I can only assume as selfish reasons, because if it wasn't, then I fucking don't know why. And just feelings of hurt and betrayal and shattered vulnerability and the bitterness and anger and hatred I felt and the hurt that I felt and the sorrow and just all of these things, panic and fear just started to set in, started questioning everything, and I did not sleep for most of December. And there was so much going on. And so now I'm in a better place. I'm living with my coworker. He and his dad are amazing people, and I do love it here. I would not, in fact, that's why I couldn't make any videos on music, was because of the living situation I was in. It was like I was renting a room from this family and I was confined to just that room. Like I really did not have expansion to the rest of the house. They were fucking, it was a shitty fucking situation. 22 was a hard year. December was just hell. And January things started to get better. I fly out to New Mexico and my tooth starts hurting. I'm like, oh no, my tooth's hurting. I flew out for my birthday, so like last week of January, and I'm like, and it was funny because I was writing all these plans of how I was going to get my life together, of how I was going to piece everything together, to start making again, to start producing, to make plans. And I had some songs in mind. I started putting some work into them. I actually recorded a demo. And then I fly to New Mexico, and I was going to record more out there. I mean, even without the storage, the mic closet, but my little setup that I had wasn't usable. But even if it was, I got a toothache like that night, and I had been on painkillers that entire time. Like, it was horrible. It kept me up all night one night. And I'll tell you what happened in a bit. But so I fly out of New Mexico, you know, like I do my thing in New Mexico, painkillers, whatever, I'm fine, whatever. Still functional human being. I get back here and it's starting to get worse. And so finally, the week after I came back, on a Tuesday, I was like, all right, let me go see the dentist. And I went to see the dentist. There was a hole in my tooth here, tooth number 19, for all you fucking dentist nerds, I love you. And I got infected. Yeah, down to the roots. And it was such a powerful displeasure. It would bring me literally to my knees. And you would just fucking see me there like red face. Like I'm trying to stop blood flow to fucking tooth. Because it was painful. It sucked. It was horrible. And I was on these over-the-counter meds. And after the dentist told me this, he put me on some amoxicillin to help with the infection. And recommended 2 over-the-counter pain meds, so I was taking those, and the pain got so bad that I started upping my dosage. It's not working, and it get worse, and I upped my dosage more, and it was to the point where I was taking 3 doses at work, I'll say. All right, so my work schedule, it was like I would be fine up until about 11:30, and then the pain would be so unbearable. I would go home, and I wouldn't even go home immediately. I'd go like take some pain meds, sit in my car, and then wait for the pain to pass, and then like drive and like fight this pain. Like it was bad. And then I would call in like every other day, and so I'm kind of worried about this upcoming paycheck because it's not going to be a good one, but I'm going to make the most of it. God with me. God with me. But so I'm going through this tooth pain, and I would sleep like every fucking waking moment was a sleeping moment because the only time the pain would stop is if I took pain meds and then took a nap. The nap, I would wake up in pain or I wouldn't be able to fall asleep. The pain meds would sort of help and then it would come back. So I would take some meds and then go to sleep and then wake up and be fine for about an hour, sometimes an hour and a half or 2, depending on how many drugs I took after that. And then it would be right back to the pain. It was fucking terrible. I ended up going to the ER because I was taking so many meds. I started to feel fucked up. Like it was like a physical discomfort, mainly with like my stomach and stuff, and it was weird. Like my uvula started feeling scratched, like I had eaten too much salt with a dry mouth. You know, like if you take like tortilla chips and just eat them on a fucking dry mouth, like it felt all cut up. So I was like, maybe I'm taking too many drugs. So I go to the hospital, and they're like, bro, you're overdosing yourself. Like, you'll go and die. And so I was like, alright, my bad. And so they gave me some prescription painkillers, which actually helped me get through the pain. It was amazing. I value it. I'm glad it happened. Not the pain, like, you know what I'm saying. Anyway, so I'm on that, and I'm still taking the amoxicillin, and the amoxicillin would, I guess it like boosts your infection fighting power or whatever, because my muscles were so fatigued, I would sit down and just like my arms would not move, and I'd like go to get up, and I'd be stuck in like this position, like I just could not move, because my muscles were just horrible. It's like, imagine... Here's like the best way I can describe it. Imagine you get so drunk you start getting sick, right? Because drowsiness was also a big factor. Imagine you're like drunk sick, right? And after that you decide to work out for whatever fucking reason. So you're drunk sick. You're completely wiped out from this workout. Now go and work on cars. Immediately after that is what it felt like. Like I felt like I'd just gotten done with the workout before I even got to work. And I was trying to power through it, and it wasn't working. And especially with the, I had the pain, I had like all of this stuff. In fact, there was one time I had to leave work, not because of the tooth pain, because I was standing there. We started using these tablets now for electronic inspection sheets. I pick up the tablet, and I started wobbling, and almost fell down. And this is the first time I think I made it at past lunch, so it was around 1 o'clock. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna make it through the whole day, and I almost fucking fell down just holding that tablet. I was like, I can't be driving other people's cars, or putting them on lifts, or any of that shit, because I'm going to not do something good. So I was like, I need to go. It was horrible. I love the people I work with for carrying me through this, because it was not I didn't want to keep calling out from work because I would have missed this entire month, and that wouldn't have been fair to them. It would have been good for my wallet. It just would have been bad all around. So I was like, I'm going to help what I can at least. We typically got a rush in the morning and then it would chill in the afternoon. So I was like, I'm at least take care of that. And so they were my manager, my foreman, very understanding with when I would call out, when I would go home early, because I was definitely trying to power through it. It was just one of those months this month. I'm feeling better now. So the reason why it's taking me so long to get to like the root canal, because I got a root canal appointment that day that I visited. I think it was like the next day or so I visited the specialist, and they were like, okay, well, we can get you an appointment for the root canal, but that's the 23rd. So that's this week or last week, whenever the fuck this gets uploaded, hopefully today. So I had to wait from the beginning of February all the way to the 23rd to get this root canal done. So that's why I'm trying to fight it. Brush your teeth, alright? Go see the dentist. Like, if anything else, like, going to see the dentist is like getting your oil changed on your car, right? Like, at the very least, do the bare fucking minimum. Because if, like, the rest of your body hurts, like, you're just gonna die, and that's fine. But if your teeth hurt, you ain't gonna die, but you're gonna wish you did, bro. Like, I was fucking... I joke, but don't do that. It's bad. So what's next? What's now? I'm making this video, one, to update, because I want to put something out there, but two, just because I want to get back into the groove of things. And I do enjoy making videos and music and other such, and so this is my way of trying to ease back into doing things. I've got I got a new tablet, actually. Yeah, that's how you envision a tablet. Yeah, you know my tablet. I took ASL for 5 years, and that's how you say tablet, just in case you didn't know. It's better than the last one I had. So the last one, as you could tell, was very, very slow. It was fun. I'm kidding, it's not fun. I did not have joy working on it. I love the product, I did not love the process, if that makes sense. Like, I love the video, not the making of it. But this one, it's actually a good tablet. It's got better processing power, so I can do my edits faster. It's not like a heavy workload. I put it through anyway. Just something to sort of have fun with, and I might be moving this summer again. So it's like I'm trying to get things back under wraps. It kind of sucks. So about the music, so I've got an album I want to put out, and then I thought, well, I've got all these old beats I don't know what to do with, and they were planned for this other album, so I might put that one out first, then come up with the second album, then the third, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. I'm working on it, alright? I'm working on it. I'm not going to make any promises. I do that every video, and then they disappear. So I'm not making any promises this video, alright? It's different this time. But what I was going to say was, I found FL12, because my desktop runs FL11, but I found a laptop that had FL12 on it, and I thought the laptop was toast, so I pulled the hard drive from it and got all the files, and I saw FL12. I was like, cool, I'm going to try to run both at the same time. What ended up happening was FL12 was the demo version. I couldn't get it registered because I'm not intelligent enough. And then the FL11 that I was using, which is registered, I can't export as an MP3 anymore because the encoder is now reading for FL12 and not 11, and I'm a little scared to reinstall 11 because I don't want to lose that registration again. So it's like I can work with 11. I can't export anything to MP3 or like export any files, so I'm gonna try to work on that when I'm able to. But for right now, I'm just gonna kind of be working on what I do have with me. I might not. So the first album is an old idea I had called Satan's Remedy. So it's gonna be a very dark album, talking about vices and doing things without God and turning to like alcoholism and drugs. It's just it's not a direct reflection of what I have done, but it's definitely inspired from things that I have done in my past, where I was starting to get into these very unhealthy traits, and I called it Satan's Remedies because it was like, you're not solving any problems, right? It's like Satan's Remedies is essentially modern day snake oil. You're not solving any problems. You're finding an escapist type route out of something. You're turning to alcohol. It's not solving problems, it's causing problems. But you feel good so you can ignore your problems. And that's the whole point of the album and all these vices, essentially, is that you're able to ignore problems with things that are causing more problems, and you're not solving any problems. And sort of taking it from like the beginning of I can do this without God, and then, because this is sort of inspired from the true story of how I was like, I can do this without God, spiraling down into these vices, getting even worse into it, but then coming out of it. And I wanted to put it out as one whole album, but what I might do is just put it out as one single at a time, just to get things out there, to get myself motivated, so that when I'm ready to make this second album, which I'm going to call Stargazing. Um, when that album comes out, um, I can put that all on one album, or maybe I'll do it all as singles that lead up to an album, just to sort of test the waters because things have changed a lot. When I started in high school, it's like I was making CDs in high school, bruh. Like the Spotify, iTunes, all that shit was like it was like an alternative, right? Like people liked it, but it's like people were still buying hard copies. If you were an underground rapper, you made mixtapes on a hard CD, or you're putting shit on YouTube, and usually it was both, right? Like the YouTube would promote your CD, and now it's like everybody does Spotify or iTunes or SoundCloud or whatever, and it's all streaming based. A lot of people don't like to buy full albums. And so it kind of takes that idea of a concept album, makes it not more difficult, but if the position that I'm at, having nothing really right now, it's like I don't know how achievable that's going to be if I go for that. So to sort of trickle out an album, I think would be better than just trying to save up the whole thing and drop it all at once. Because the traditional is like you drop one or two singles to promote the album, and then here's the album. Instead, I think I might just sort of trickle it out one song at a time. But I wanted Stargazing to come out this year. I don't know what's gonna happen this year. I don't. I'm tired of pretending that I do. Can you hear the computer? It's heating up. It's an old HP. HP, your computers are just okay. I got this as a gift. I prefer Acer because Acer is a good brand. So at this point in recording, I didn't realize my phone had stopped filming. So enjoy these still pictures to some audio of mine. And I didn't realize this was going to be such a long video. So I apologize for that. Enjoy the stills. I don't care if you don't like Acer. Acer makes damn good laptops, especially that mid-range. Although I haven't bought one in a few years because whatever. That's where it is right now. I think I might be creating more videos and music at this point because it is just a little more viable for me. Because my videos I tend to sort of make up as I go along. My music is like a whole process because I'm very proud of my music, and you totally can. I can see the wavelengths. All right, I can see the waves. I'm not gonna show you. I hold my music to such an artistic standard. I have such a vision of what I want my music to be, to represent, to sound like, that I put more effort into it, and I'm proud of both products that I come out with. I'm proud of both things that I produce, but the music takes longer just because I have such a vision and a standard for it, and the videos is just kind of like, here's an idea, let's see what happens, and just run with it. And I'm trying to apply it to my music. I want to get like a beat and just sort of freestyle over it, but the problem is the beats that I really like are already dedicated to certain ideas, and the beats that I have that aren't dedicated to certain ideas are like, it's hard for me to find a flow over. I have at least half an hour of footage to edit, so I'm going to cut it here.